Hey, it's the Scotch Test Dummies. I'm Scott.
Tangerine Bart.
Tangerine Bart with Art and Decadence from Compass Box.
We're going to test it. It's a wee 700 milliliter style.
It's a little Art and Decadence.
Woo! Decadence, baby. Decadence. All right, we're in. Now, first of all, I looked at the box and said I can tell this is 700 milliliter. And you said you can't tell the difference.
You can't even
You
tell.
mocked me. So I grabbed off the shelf just a random phenomenology. First of all, it's shorter.
About a quarter of an inch shorter.
And it's a little bit skinnier, just slightly. What are they doing? At least trick me and make the box. It's like a Virginia Slim cigarette.
It's like Thanos. It's inevitable. There's nothing you can holler all you want.
Holler.
It's not going to change it. Go down there to the holler.
I'm holler.
You know what a holler is?
Yeah, it's like a little depression in the earth.
Was it like a clearing in the trees, like in a forested area?
That's a holler?
That's a holler. Yeah.
I thought it was like where there'd be a little pond.
Go down there to the holler.
First of all, once again, I love the art.
Yeah. Limited edition here, Compass Box. It said right there, I think there's 9,100 bottles, which is, I guess, in the world of Compass Box, that's getting to be a limited edition.
Okay.
I like to see
it is a little pricey.
bottles.
We'll get to that. It feels skinny in my hand. I feel like I'm smoking a Virginia Slim. Again, I love the sticker. I would save this bottle because it's pretty.
Generally, we don't do this, and I think the last couple Compass Boxes we didn't pull. I was like, let's pull up the recipe on this one. You can go to Compass Box, and you can pull up the actual details of the blends. Blenders are limited by the Scotch Whiskey Association as far as what information they can release about their whiskeys.
But if you ask,
Compass Box always wanted full disclosure. They wanted to release the ages, the whiskey, the distilleries,
chemical
the wood
breakdown of the water,
all that stuff. And the Scotch Whiskey Association, they've had a couple tiffs. They're like, no, you can't do that.
You can't do that.
Anyway, from the website, just a brief paragraph here. Talking about Art and Decadence, it says, to this we have layered in malt whiskey from the Linkwood Distillery, aged in Palo Cortado sherry seasoned butts, and malt whiskey from the Glen Murray Distillery, finished in Oloroso sherry seasoned butts, and grain whiskey from the now closed Port Dundas Distillery, add silk and gloss. So, and then you can also go in, maybe we'll get into you can actually download the recipe sheet that gives you. It doesn't tell you the ages, but it's like a tree with the rings.
Yeah.
You got to count the rings. It'll tell you what the distillery is, then you go 1, 2, 3, 15, 16,
so they
17. There's
tell
17.
You how old.
Right.
But
you have to decipher.
You have
to decipher.
You can count the rings, baby.
Yeah. So it's like that in that.
I see it. Yeah, it looks like the Umbrella Corporation almost.
So it shows you go there and look. We won't go through the whole. But the Port Dundas Distillery is this big. You can tell that's 20-some-year-old Port Dundas.
Right.
I'm not going to count the rings here. But each distillery that's in here, you can go through, find out what ages. They tell you the cask types and everything. It's great.
It is what every whiskey nerd desires is there.
9,126 bottles, 49% ABV.
Now, I get a little bit of dunnage.
You got coins?
Coins.
Yeah.
I do have coins.
Me and Dustin and I did sample this at R&J Discount Liquor here in Wichita. If you're in town, stop by there.
They're great. They got a little tasting counter. You can try something.
I did. Oh, that's dark sherry
that
right
is.
there.
Yeah. It's like drippy.
Yeah.
It's like drippy sherry. You don't want this one.
I think that's the Palo Cortado.
You want to leave this one at Bart's house.
This one, when I sampled it, I told Dustin, I go, we'll be buying
this one.
Another one.
Oh, really?
Probably.
Hold one aside.
I didn't. Well, yeah, they had a couple. And I think at the price range, which we'll talk about there, I don't know if these will fly off the shelves.
Sure.
But no, I'm not going to. I was going to give a little teaser. I'm not going to give a teaser.
Don't
that dark. I've got a couple of Palo Cortado it's a reaction that happens when they're making Oloroso sherry. And from what I understand, they can't control it.
Really?
Sometimes Oloroso sherry, because of the yeasts or the grapes or the whatever's used and a reaction with the oak, it causes a different chemical reaction that creates Palo Cortado.
Sounds like a superpower.
Yeah. So, but I do have a couple of Palo Cortado bottles, a Deanston and a Boonhaven.
Wow.
And
So-
that's on the nose. It's a dark.
I want to know, did Paulo figure
Almost.
that out? So they named it after him?
I don't know.
It was like someday there could be a Scott Bruno Tato.
Bartado.
Bartado sounds great. Wow, I like it.
Bartado.
Bartado. Yeah, do it.
That'd be a peated whiskey. Something with a
Yeah,
peated
something.
whiskey.
Oh, it was an uncontrollable peated reaction. It's a Bartado. See, we're making ourselves laugh. That's when it's a good show.
But no, that dark, a little bit of
That is
dunnage,
great. A little bit of prune juice.
dark sherries. I think that Paulo Cortado,
Okay. So you're
slight little bit of a sulfur.
Yeah, you're better on the sherries than me, but I get like a prune juice and a dunnage. That sulfur's there.
That's really one of the more pronounced noses I've had for a while.
Yeah.
With sherry, where you're like, whoa.
I want to taste it.
Yeah, go in.
I'm going.
Do it.
Mm.
It's a little bit tangy though too, kind of making my glands salivate a little bit as I anticipate this arriving in my mouth.
Your glands.
It's anticipating the arrival in my mouth.
Wow. So let me start with the finish. I get these tropical notes that are sliding in that I didn't expect. Caramel cream. Caramel cream again. Vanillas. Wow. Some other things in there. Maybe a little touch of that wine flavor, that grape. Wow. Let me come back.
Wow.
You go.
Rich sherry up front. Honestly, one of the better, richer sherried releases from Compass Box for a while.
Holy moly, you better go grab another one of these.
Yeah, I know, maybe two.
Yeah.
This is good. It's sherry up front. It's rich. Those dark fruits, tangy dunnage, a little bit of a funk. Probably the Paulo Cortado.
Okay.
Paulo Cortado funk. I would even go a little burgundy marinated mushroom.
Wow.
Sauteing mushrooms and a little bit of
You saute
Bordeaux
too.
wine.
You're a mushroom sauteer.
Yeah.
Is that a word?
Yeah, sure.
Sauteer? A sauteer of said mushroom.
If Bartado is a word.
Ooh, Bartado's a word, baby. It's the natural chemical reaction.
Great finish on this one.
Wow.
49%, really nice ABV. Let's just look real quick. There's I think Balmanock Distillery, a blended Scotch, Linkwood, Port Dundas, Glenmurray, more Balmanock, just different ages, different casks.
Compass Box is still killing it.
We've got Sauternes casks. Well, the one blended Scotch has pineapple and toasted notes. So there's the little bit of the citrus tropical. Madeira casks, Marsala casks, Oloroso.
Was it Stranger and Stranger that does their art?
Yeah.
It knocked it out of the park again. There's a peacock in here. I mean, and even the framing of the artwork.
Yep.
And then it's kind of embossed.
Dustin did point out as well, Saxon, the lead whiskey maker, had kind of taken over for John Glaser.
Yes, I knew it had been bought out.
I think he said this is his last release too. Or no. The other series, there's been 3 bottles released in. I can't think of what it's called right now. There's a 4th one coming. I think that's his last project. James Saxon. Couldn't think of his first name. Sorry. Either this one was his last project or that 4th bottle in that other series. I can't remember what it's called now. But yeah, beautiful nose on this one. Beautiful palate. Let me
49% ABV, 700 milliliters. Bunch of verbiage on the back I can't read. But wow. That's great.
Juicy raspberries. There's
that sulfur again just came up.
Apricots, stewed spices. It's a fresh baked peach pie.
Yeah, with a little bit of oak influence
apricot
lingering around.
Apricot.
Apra. I think it's an apra. It's a Bartado.
Chocolatey.
Man.
Nice.
I just want to keep sipping.
Yeah, nice chocolatey dessert. I'm going to do one more sip and eat and then add a little bit of water.
I had a no-drink January. other than when we filmed, I didn't drink. Yeah, nothing. And it was interesting.
Was something wrong with you?
Nope, just decided to try it. I was like, let's make sure I don't get the DTs. And what was interesting when I came back, I thought, I want to specifically, I went into some of my more favored Ardbegs. I went into some very particular SMWS. It's funny, they're so good, sometimes I stay away from them. And I thought, what am I doing? What am I doing? So,
yeah. Well, you do need a good balance. It's easy to get into the heavy hitters, the single cask strength stuff.
Right.
Even me, I make 50-50. I'm either going to something off the shelf or something, SMWS or something single cask strength type offering.
But I did notice, because for a while there, I was just taking a gander and grabbing anything that needed to be close to heel slate.
Oh, yeah. That's good to do, too.
That's good, but I found myself not hitting some particular bottles because I'd be like, well, I don't want to go into my favorite, And I thought, what am I doing? So when I took the month off, no drink January.
Let's try it with some water. Beautiful neat.
Beautiful neat. Wow. Sweetened it up with the water. I got a little more sweet touch on the forefront. Did it do anything else?
There's some burnt caramels or toasted caramels and toffee in there.
Yeah. Wow, that changed it.
I think that was there before. I don't know if maybe I'm getting a little bit more almost of an ashy barrel char or.
To me, I'm getting a lot more of a burnt caramel and a forward sugar cane sweetness. I would like it both ways.
I'm thinking like caramel chews.
I still get a little bit of that sulfur still lingering in.
Dark chocolate covered almonds.
Wow. I don't know if I'm...
a little tiramisu.
Maybe a little bit of chocolate.
Very nice. It's rich,
it is
and it's
good.
sweet. It's dark and decadent.
Wow.
It's art and decadent, dark and decadent.
Yeah.
Art and decadence, dark and decadent.
Whew.
That should have been the subtitle. Art and decadence.
Sounds like...
Or I can't even say it.
Sounds like you got Tourette's.
Art and decadence, dark and decadent.
Yeah, you were like, art and decadence.
Maybe that's the next release.
And I was like, well...
Art and decadence in the next release will be peated. It's dark and
Wapner at
decadent.
6. Wapner Jeopardy at 6.
Love it. All right, let's score it.
I'm torn between 92 and 91. I'm going to say 91.
92.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah.
That is really, really nice.
Yeah, delicious. Great release from Compass Box. I know some people are going to say that the last few releases have been mediocre, average.
This one is not.
One is not. No, this one
However, the price was on the box.
170, I think 180.
Yeah, 179.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about buying a second one. Or
Right.
maybe even 2 extras.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, it's worth it. It's good. What you're finding here is quality, flavor, packed into a tight package. Dare I say a 700 milliliter package. But it is good.
Now, some people will ask, how does it compare to, just going back, Rogue's Banquet or Circus?
I can't do that.
Better. It's better.
Really?
It's better in both of them. Oh, yeah.
I can't do that.
Yeah.
I'm not
It's darker. It's richer. A lot more sherry here. A lot more prominent sherry.
So you're good. I would need to pull them out and do a family. And then do directs, which we should do.
Circus, really good. But, I mean, it was a nice sherry, sweeter, Oloroso, I believe, more. And just more mellow on the palate. This one's packing a punch. And it lets you know up front that there's
I would like to put in the dance
casks.
card of let's do a Compass Box family shootout. Ooh. Yeah, at some point. I know that'd be a special.
Probably getting back close to not a luxury whiskey.
Ooh.
As far as depth and palate here. Maybe even better than that one. But
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. You better grab it.
Go to ScotchTestDummies.com. You can pick up coins, glasses, shirts, hats. Not that hat, not that shirt.
Only
Helps
you
support the
wish.
show. It keeps the lights on, keeps the whiskey coming.
You can go to Patreon, look up Scotch Test Dummies. You can support for as little as $1 a month. Come on now. Come on.
$1 a show?
Yeah, you can go $1 a show. You can go up to $3. You can even make up your own number if you want. He once called it the Elon Musk number of 1,000 a show. Do it, baby. Do it. Launch us. Launch us. Scotch it. You Scotch gods.
Cilantro. Dummies.